I was researching a section of the NIST AI framework, and I decided just to run it through a word cloud, and bias became the most prominent word in that section of the NIST AI framework, which I thought was appropriate for this conversation. We will get into the different phases of machine learning development, but I did want to tip my hat to Kari yesterday for introducing and clarifying very well the two phases of machine learning model development. There's a training phase and then a post-training phase. And it is similar to that discussion where machine learning scientists at Verily, at Alphabet, look at opportunities to identify and mitigate bias. One is in pre-processing. That is primarily looking at the data set, selecting the data set, and understanding what the data types, data source is, and how potentially the different subgroups within that data set could impact the model development. This is very important in the first phase of AI system development and identifying risks. And we'll go into that in the next few slides. The second opportunity to identify and mitigate risk is during in-processing. This is the actual model development where the models are being trained on the selected data sets. You'll see that the machine learning scientists are in a unique position to identify not only performance, but also evaluate potential bias within the calculations and report that back out to AI governance bodies. And the last one is in post-processing. This is also known in the EU AI Act as the post-market surveillance requirements. And this is where, when the model is either in pilot phase or in market, feedback from the users or end users who are interacting with the AI system give their feedback back to the deployer or provider. And that information is fed back to the machine learning scientists to do two things. One, evaluate the model for any aberrant behavior. Two, find opportunities to retrain the model. It is very important at this stage, operationally, to have an AI governance model, AI governance team that consists of a cross-functional team. And everyone here knows that. Product, representative from legal, representative from engineering, privacy and security compliance. For those of us in healthcare tech, medical devices, or pharmaceutical companies, a quality QMS representative and a regulatory representative. But I am suggesting highly and strongly that you have a representative from the machine learning science team to be able to interpret the selection of the data set, the use of that data set within the model, and then ultimately how those limits in the model are reflected in the AI system. Having an ML scientist on the AI governance board at this early stage helps you develop the level setting and the understanding so that you can document explainability, responsibility, and ethical AI.